I'm sure this is a common thing, but I've always wondered if I have more of a problem with it than others do. I have the compulsive need to be in a relationship no matter what. I know I'm a very needy person, and I like being in a relationship because I have that sense of being loved, and it makes me feel better about myself. Not to mention, having a regular sexual partner makes me happy as well, instead of random hookups every once in a while. Even though I've tried being single for a little bit, I always find that being in a relationship is my top priority when I know it shouldn't be. Any recommendations? Brett. Serial monogamist right here too, baby.
Yeah, Brett, you feel you broke.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I feel like I'm not super qualified to give advice on that.
You love relationships so much that you found one at 14.
I was like, I'm not giving this up.
Yeah.
I got it good. I'm staying.
Yeah.
No, but I think a root issue in that I know can be hard to work on, but could be super advantageous is that it sounds like to Brett being in a relationship is giving him a sense of purpose of like when he's like that feeling of being loved, right?
Right.
But there's a certain level of love that you need to be able to give yourself. Like you can give yourself purpose and things like that. So while yes, being in a relationship and having that other person to kind of share that with is a really beautiful thing, also having that confidence and self-love to have that outside of a relationship is also really important.
Yeah.
So that might be worth like kind of looking into is if there's
Really good
any
point.
issues in that mindset. And then, yeah, I mean, the stability is nice, is like sex there, you know what I mean? And not
that?
having to, sex
Sex-
there.
sex
I mean,
there.
that's
Oh,
what
What
my
was the hand
relationship
movements
is.
that you just?
Sex there.
Okay.
But, you know, the dangerous thing there is going, I want to be in a relationship so bad that I'm going to be in this relationship even though it's not necessarily a great one.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a term for that. It's called codependency.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're suffering
Yeah.
from this, but it sounds like
Yes, yeah, which
Yeah.
can be a dangerous thing.
Yes.
As someone who was a serial monogamist for most of my adult life,
This is the worst Batman villain.
my first relationship was when I was 16, and I dated that guy for 6 years, and then moved to Austin. And like I think a month or two after living here, I was in another relationship, and then another relationship, and then another relationship. You know, I dated Aaron for a while, as a lot of people in our community know. And after that relationship ended, I was like, I'm gonna try just being single and like really actively trying not to get into a relationship.
Mess that up.
But she didn't mess it up as quickly as I did.
Yeah, I was single for about a year, year and a half
Yeah.
before me and Trevor started dating.
It's a chunky time.
And that was like also an unexpected thing. Like I wasn't actively looking for a relationship. It just kind of like, oh, this is working. There is nothing more freeing than having that time to like self-discover and just be on your own. And also like, not that any relationships I was in, it never felt like work necessarily, but even when you're like going out with friends and like having to text the person when you're gonna be home, or like updating them on your flight, or like whatever it is, to just like not have to do any of that, of just like, I don't owe anyone anything right
Yeah.
now. It's a very freeing,
Yeah.
I think, like unique feeling that everyone should experience at some point, especially if you're used to being in relationship after relationship. And also, yeah, self-love, just like learning more about yourself and getting to try out new things, to travel, to just be on your own, live on your own, whatever it is. It's a very, I think, important experience for a lot of people to have.
I think it goes beyond even self-love for the act of discovery or enlightenment of yourself, but it's more so acceptance of yourself being enough, because that should be your first priority no matter what. If you're in a relationship, if you're out of a relationship, you should be enough.
Yes.
And if you're not, and you're looking to fill that void with someone else, that's unhealthy and that's not going to work out. And so there's nothing wrong with seeking relationships and even like if you want to jump from relationship, as long as all the while you're enough during that.
Yeah.
And I speak about this from the perspective of someone who's still figuring that out and still striving to make me enough. It is an ongoing process.
Are you looking for a relationship?
I mean,
Or are you just like, if it happens, it happens?
if it happens, it happens. I don't actively seek like serious relationships, I don't actively seek any sort of like, I'm gonna find the one. Like, I don't think that even exists. And I think that it's more so like whatever comes of a new relationship is what comes, that kind of thing. It's Lizzo talks about it. She talks about how self-love was something she was so bad at for so long. It's something she's better at, but it's still an ongoing process. And it's always going to be an ongoing process, but that needs to be your first priority. It can't be that you're going to fix yourself or fulfill yourself or even just occupy yourself from not having to be with yourself by getting someone else.
You have to be comfortable on your own.
Yeah.
Before, like, because I feel like there's a lot of that mentality of you need another person to feel complete or whatever that is, or happy. But being able to be happy and complete on your own, I think, is something everyone needs to experience. And I'm not saying that Brett doesn't feel that way.
No, I like on the level of like having sex available. I totally understand that. Like when I go through long stints of not having a partner, like, you know, you get horny. That happens.
That's when you turn on the porn and skip through the blowjob.
I mean, but even
Or
like
spend extra time on it.
I need that video.
there comes a point where it's like,
Thanks.
you're just like, I'm done masturbating. I'd like someone else to be involved.
You're right. I
You know?
want someone else to do it. Right?
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
would love. I totally get that, but it like, and so seeking for that, I totally understand it. It's wonderful when you have that easy accessible, but it cannot be in sacrifice for you not being with yourself.
Yeah, and I think also the biggest red flag for me that stands out from a situation like that is just someone so desperate to be in a relationship that you just like take whatever you get, and then you're just like, now you're dating someone who might ruin relationships for you because they may not be the person that you should be dating.
On the other hand, it is good to find out through relationships what you definitely do or do not like.
Of course.
Yeah, along the way, learn.
Yeah.
Because that's, I think, also an important thing.
Yeah, I learned through dating and through post-divorce and even during the marriage that I need a healthy balance of alone time, isolation, and sexual stimulation, but social stimulation.
Yeah.
Like I need that.
Yeah.
And even talking to someone recently that I've gone out on a few dates with, talked about how they are trying to be more introverted. I was like, why are you trying to be introverted? He's like, well, I think I rely on people too much. It's like, I think I get my extroverted social interaction fulfilled a lot by this job.
Yes.
Right.
Literally right now,
Yeah.
we're just hanging out and talking, and you guys are
After
my
the show, I
friends.
need to like go away for a while.
Right. So yeah,
Don't talk to me,
I have to be away from people, and I also have children, so they fill a lot of my life and my time in a great way. But then also, I just need my alone time, which I go to movies by myself all the time, and that kind of thing.
I'd be curious to see how old he is too. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have a factor in this, but just like
65.
Wow.
Hey,
Brett.
you know what?
I feel like I've appreciated my alone time more and more as I've gotten older,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
and just like that,
I love living alone now.
it's great.
It took me about 3 months post-divorce of getting used to it because I was just like, what the fuck is this? Where is everybody? Because I went from a house with a wife and 2 kids to just me
Yeah.
at least half the time. But then once I got past that hump, now there's so many days, especially post-work, I'm like, ain't nobody home when I get there.
Yeah.
I love it.
The best part about living alone, I think, is just like you get to pick everything out.
Yeah.
And like you're just like, I like this blanket. I'm gonna buy this blanket. I live with Trevor now, and like we've been buying some stuff recently, and I'm not used to this because I've never lived with a significant other before. But I'm just like, I like this blanket. Do you like
Do
this
you
blanket?
enjoy said blanket?
And he'd be like, I'm not really a fan of that color, and I'm like, okay.
You're like, well,
What color do you like?
Mine was the opposite.
Do I like that blanket?
Mine was the opposite revelation when I was like so hung up about how to decorate my house that one day I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And so I just went to like thrift shops and I just found like, I like this golden skull. This golden skull is going in my living room.
Yep.
And so
It
I
is
bought
mine.
it. Yeah.
And now you're like, I hate this.
For me, it's the cat said this to me the other day. She was like, don't you think, like, she was talking about artwork and stuff. She was like, well, don't you think that we should put something on this wall right here? Like, this needs something. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't understand. I was like, if you weren't a thing, I would have nothing on my wall. I was like, there would be, some wouldn't have sheetrock. Like, I just don't care. Like,
So you're like, just do what you want kind of thing?
yeah, I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, I bought this. Do you like this? I'm like, great. That can go there.
You gotta teach Trevor to have less of an opinion.
I have
and with
no opinion.
No, we have pretty similar tastes though, so it works
good.
out.
Yeah.
So I think it's all about finding what works for you.
Compromise, baby.
But Brett, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with you, but as these folks said, just make sure that you love yourself and you're content with yourself first and foremost. Because if you're finding satisfaction or gratification just through other people, you gotta find love within yourself.
You
Paul
gotta,
said
you gotta
it
find
best.
that there. Yeah.
If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Thanks, girl.
Gay woman. Am I right?
Can I get a gay man?
Can I get a gay man?